In January, the Federal Trade Commission made a historic stride toward this goal, announcing its plan to ban the use of non-compete clauses, contract terms that prohibit employees from later working for or starting a competing business. Non-competes, which cover nearly 1 in 5 workers, prevent workers from accepting a higher-paying job in their chosen profession or pursuing their own dream of starting their own company. By banning this coercive practice, the FTC's proposed rule will promote worker freedom, invigorate the labor market, and stimulate broad economic growth. And the title of this hearing is Unleashing America's Opportunities for Hiring and Employment. So I want to just examine how non-competes unleash opportunities. So Dr. Schierholz, do non-competes generally restrict or expand employment opportunities for workers?
They absolutely restrict employment opportunities. You literally cannot take a job in your field for a certain period of time when you have had to sign a non-compete.
And those who defend the use of non-competes give examples of top management executives who may have sensitive information about their employer. Is this representative of all the workers who are bound by non-competes?
No, it is not. There are a lot of workers who, there's just no way they have access to trade secrets who are also bound by non-compete. So for example, EPI did a study that showed, that looked at this, that showed that a quarter of workplaces where the typical employee education level is a high school degree, everyone in that company is covered by a non-compete agreement.
So security guards, phlebotomists, factory employees, many of the occupations that are subject to non-competes. In fact, 10% of food service workers are bound by non-competes as well. So the FTC's proposed rule will empower roughly 30 million workers to take new jobs that were previously off limits to them, unleashing new opportunities for workers. Dr. Schierholz, do you expect this rule to increase or decrease wages?
The rule will absolutely increase wages for workers. So one of the key ways, a non-unionized worker, essentially the only source of power they have with respect to their employer, is the fact that they could quit and take another job. Non-compete agreements cut that off. So it totally suppresses wage growth for those workers. And the empirical evidence is really clear on this. Banning non-competes would increase wages.
And let's talk about employers for a second. Do non-competes generally restrict or expand hiring pools for employers?
Yeah, when an employer wants to hire a worker in a certain field, the key pool of workers that they could look at are workers who are working in that field.
Good afternoon, friends. I have an important update. Many Americans have just a few days to apply for monthly relief payments. There are currently several states and cities that have plans to or have already passed legislation that will provide low-income households with automatic deposits every month. And these payments can be worth as much as $1,000. So in today's video, I'll be going over how you may be eligible for this relief. Please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. In more than 20 U.S. cities that launch basic income programs during the crisis, the average person receiving monthly support would just receive enough money to put them over the federal poverty line. Most beneficiaries were single, and most had children. They received up to $1,000 a month, usually for about 1 year, and overall spent the largest share of the money at superstores and smaller retailers. Data shows that a quarter of the funds across projects went to food, and under 6% went to travel and leisure. This data provides an early look at the reach and impact of city pilot programs designed to test the power of no-strings-attached cash. Advocates agree that the long-term sustainability of these programs relies on getting national legislation passed. But recent history shows how challenging that may be. Consider the expanded child tax credit, which advocates say comes closest to the ideals of a guaranteed income, and which during the crisis temporarily reduced childhood poverty by 30%. Despite great support among national Democrats, those more generous payments have expired, and efforts to make them permanent have failed. But states and cities will continue to approve legislation. There is just 1 week for people in El Monte, California, to apply for a guaranteed income program, which has the potential to provide them with an extra $500 every month. That amount of extra cash could be crucial for many families, given the rising cost of living across the United States, especially in a state such as California. Of those who apply for the program, recipients are going to be selected to receive the benefit, and the main aim is to help mothers in the city. An El Monte city official stated, individuals selected to participate in the program will be issued a debit card, and every month, the city will load $500 on the debit card. Individuals can use it to pay for goods and services at any location that accepts debit cards. The application process began on March 27th, and it's going to be open until April 15th, meaning that time is running out to have a chance of being selected. Applications can be made at the city manager's office in person, online, or by mail. There is another program in California that will provide checks to families. This program will send the next $500 monthly checks to families in Sonoma County, California, in just 8 days. The Pathway to Income Equity Pilot Program selected 305 out of 6,450 applicants. To have been eligible, applicants had to have at least one child under the age of 6, be affected in some way by the crisis, and have a household income of no more than 185% above the federal poverty level. Chris Corsi, the chairman of the Sonoma County Board of Supervisors, said, these payments will help families with young children who are often struggling under the double burden of the high cost of housing and childcare, typically the two highest household expenses. Officials said the payments are delivered on the third Wednesday of each month, and said that the final payment in the program will be issued in December 2024. The next payment is scheduled to go out on April 19th. Sonoma County officials will study what the effect this additional monthly income has on reducing poverty and promoting economic mobility for families with young children. According to the director of the program, this extra income will allow individuals to spend more time with their families, find a better job, or improve their financial well-being, resulting in better outcomes for their children. Well, my awesome and most beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this afternoon. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community and for being here every single day. I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed day.